Hello and welcome. Today we are going to explore the book, The Art of Laziness, Overcome Procrastination and Improve Your Productivity by Library Mindset. What's in it for you? This book reframes laziness as a problem you can solve with clear thinking, a mindset shift, and a pocket full of practical techniques. Read it to get a straightforward, no-fluff roadmap from stuck to steady. How to take full responsibility for your time, choose the right small actions, remove the friction that makes tasks feel huge, and use simple time hacks like Pomodoro, 5-minute rule, 2-day rule, Parkinson's law to get consistent results. In short, fewer excuses, more momentum, and tools you can use tomorrow. The wake-up call. It asks you to confront where your time slips away, not because you lack ambition, but because your habits and mindset make urgency feel overwhelming or invisible. It paints the picture of regret, projects left undone, things you dreamed of, relationships postponed. Instead of blaming external chaos, Library Mindset encourages that power lies in the small switches, changing how you think about laziness itself. The author promises this isn't a push yourself harder guide, but a smarter one. It's about seeing laziness not as moral failings, but as signals of what needs changing: mindset, environment, or clarity. Chapter 1, 100% Responsibility. Here, the author draws a line in the sand. When you blame others, your job, your schedule, people, it takes away your agency. The book tells stories. Someone overschedules and misses deadlines, then complains about the system. Another person takes a small task, does it imperfectly, and gains momentum. Responsibility means observing where you make choices, even if small. Owning your time, your distractions, your decisions. Once you accept responsibility, excuses lose power. You begin to choose what to do next instead of being pushed by inertia. Chapter 2, Mistakes, Speed, and Learning. The next chapter unpacks how perfectionism masquerades as high standards or even laziness. The fear of making mistakes often holds people back more than actual obstacles. Here, the author shows that fast failure is more constructive than slow stagnation. You learn more by starting imperfectly than by waiting for perfect conditions. There are stories of creators, writers, students who just started and improved more than those who waited for all tools, all time. There's guidance. Set a deadline, publish a draft, get feedback. Mistakes aren't shameful. They are your sensors. Chapter 3, Do the Hard Thing First. Eat the frog is the metaphor used. The idea is that if you tackle the hardest, most uncomfortable task first when your energy is highest, you clear mental bandwidth for the rest of your day. The book leads you through mental preparation. Identify which tasks will move your goals forward most, even if they feel daunting. It suggests keeping a short list of hard tasks, then choosing one in morning as first priority. The relief of having it off your plate ripples through the rest of your habits. Chapter 4, Do what you need to and stop chasing balance as an excuse. Balance is often misused. People hold off on doing what matters because they claim they need work-life balance. This chapter reframes balance as choosing what matters right now rather than spreading yourself thin. It helps you categorize tasks, those that are critical, those that are useful but optional, and those that are distractions. You're encouraged to let go of the optional and say no more. It's less about perfect balance every day, more about patterns over weeks. Chapter 6, Environment and People. Your surroundings shape you. This chapter emphasizes that personal willpower only goes so far. Your environment often nudges you more than you think. Distractions are everywhere: social media, unsorted files, people who pull you into low-energy conversations. The book suggests specific tweaks. Designate a workspace with low distractions. Have physical reminders of your goals. Curate who you spend time with and what media you consume. One case: a person reduced notifications, cleaned desk before work, then found focus increasing significantly. Another: joining a group or partner to stay accountable. Surroundings can whisper or shout. Choose what whispers. Chapter 7, Pomodoro and Focus Blocks. The author fleshes out the Pomodoro technique beyond the basic 25-5-minute cycle. You learn how to adjust the numbers, maybe 25, 45, 10, depending on the task type. Long mental effort versus creative work versus mundane chores. Also, how to protect focus blocks, telling others, turning off phone, clearing tab clutter. The break periods should be real rests, not switching from work to social media sprints. Use the break to stretch, step outside, hydrate. These structured focus blocks help train the brain to resist distraction. Chapter 7, the 5-minute rule, and start small. Procrastination often comes from overestimating difficulty. The 5-minute rule says, if something feels intimidating, commit to just 5 minutes. Once you begin, momentum often carries you further. The author gives scripts. I will just open the document. I will spend 5 minutes writing, etc. Also advises priming. Set up tools, remove friction beforehand so those 5 minutes aren't blocked by technical issues. This chapter is full of small, triumphant stories. People who started chores for 5 minutes, then continued. People who wrote 5 minutes a day and by weeks had paragraphs. Chapter 8, the 2-day rule and consistency over intensity. This technique is about resisting the all or nothing trap. If you skip one day, okay, but don't let it become 2. Once skipping twice becomes easy, momentum is lost. The book describes routines: writing, reading, exercise, study. It encourages planning for very small daily actions like write 1 sentence, read 1 page, walk 5 minutes, rather than huge sessions that you're likely to skip. Over weeks, even small daily presence compounds heavily. Chapter 9, Parkinson's Law and Time Limits. Work expands to fill the time available is more than a quote. It's a law of human nature. The book pushes you to assign tight deadlines, maybe shorter than you think comfortable. Use time boxing. Say, I'll finish this report in 90 minutes, even if you could stretch it. The pressure of constraint focuses decision-making. Drop unnecessary steps. Get to essentials. There are examples: writers who write better under 60-minute deadlines, students who structure study with timers and submit essays well ahead. Chapter 10, Pareto thinking, 20% that gives 80% results. Prioritize. Only a few tasks will move the needle. The author shows how to identify those tasks. Often, people spend most time on busy work, emails, small tweaks, low-impact chores. Pareto thinking says focus 80% of effort on the vital few. Exercises in the book list all your tasks. Mark those that are critical for your goals. Spend mornings or high-energy periods on them. Protect those slots. Delegate, delay, or drop the rest. Chapter 11, Digital Hygiene. Remove friction, don't add tools. More tools or apps are often just distractions in disguise. The tendency is to install productivity tools, trackers, everything. But these sometimes add overhead, decision fatigue, constant alerts. This chapter recommends auditing your tools, deactivate unnecessary notifications, keep fewer tabs, sets a do not disturb mode, and lock apps during focus blocks. Also, morning routines that don't start by diving into social media or email, but with mindful habit. Chapter 13, Small Rests and Strategic Naps, and Energy Management. Laziness, or the desire to rest, often signals low energy or burnout. The author reframes rest as part of strategy, not a reward after the grind. You learn when to take small rests after focus blocks, strategic naps in early afternoon, micro breaks, stretching, walking, screen rest. Also, learn to notice signs of fatigue and adapt your schedule rather than forcing through. Energy rhythm matters. Honor peaks and troughs. Chapter 14, Delegation, Systems, and Outsourcing. You can't do everything. A productive life includes identifying tasks that are low value for you and either automating, delegating, or deleting them. The book shows how to decide what gives you joy or growth versus what drains time.
Time saved by delegation magnifies what you can do with creativity, rest, or high-impact work. Even small systems, batching similar tasks, reoccurring check-ins, having routines for common tasks. Final overall insights. Belief precedes behavior. You must believe responsibility, speed, and small wins matter before techniques can stick. Small consistency beats one-time intensity. A few minutes a day or routines matter more than heroic bursts. Your environment and people are silent forces. Adjusting your surroundings can be easier than changing internal willpower. Rest, restarts, and realistic expectations are not lazy. They are essential for sustainable productivity. Stay tuned for more audiobook summaries to get quick insights that change your life.